Hello everyone, and welcome back to the next video in the series of videos I've been posting about the NHS diabetes prevention program. I'm trying to share my experiences with you of the program as I journey through it. This is video number 6, so we are 7 months in of this fantastic journey. There's one final video left, so my next video will be my final video, and hopefully I'll be able to share with you my kind of broad, all-rounded experience of the program. We call it probably the good, the bad, and the ugly. I think more of the good and less of the bad and the ugly, because actually, honestly, it's been a fantastic journey. So the last session, which unfortunately I missed with the group, I was away overseas seeing my parents in Africa, and that was really lovely. But the good thing about this program is if you are absent from one of the sessions, the slides are shared and posted to participants, so you can catch up on what you've missed. Now I've just finished catching up on my computer there, the session I missed in February when I was away, and it was a great session. They covered really how we embed all the key learning we've kind of taken on board so far through the journey. Unsurprisingly, we're coming towards the end of the program, so it's a good time to reflect and think about how you hold on to all the good stuff you've done, right? So you don't kind of forget the learning and go back into your old habits. And as I've always said, this is about a habit change. This is not a diet. This is about doing things incrementally that becomes part of your everyday living. And that's the way to prevent diabetes, all right? So they covered, I think, cooking, eating out, and shopping. And some of my personal learning and experiences of the program on those three areas, I'm happy to share with you. Let's start with perhaps eating out. So there is a thing about 2 out of 3. So when you eat out and you get to a restaurant, the menu obviously always has starter, the main, and the dessert. What I've been doing is just doing 2 out of 3 of those, and more likely than not, I avoid the dessert. I stick with starter and main, and that's been working for me. So I don't eat all the 3 parts of the meal. I just choose 2. Occasionally I might have a main and dessert, but even when I do that, I'm very, very careful about which dessert I plumb for. But very rarely I tend to go for starter and main. So that's been working really well for me. I'm really enjoying that experience. I also choose healthy options. I've become kind of second nature to me, I guess. It's become second nature to me to kind of scrutinize the menu really well and choose what I want to enjoy, but always with health in mind. And that hasn't been too bad. I avoid pan-fried dishes and go for the healthier option. Interestingly, I've also been trying out vegetarian dishes, which anybody who knows me knows that I usually used to run a mile from vegetarian options. But I've been enjoying them. There's my local restaurant does a really good dish, which is like a spinach, sweet potato and lentil dish, which is healthy, packed full of fiber and goodness, and I love it. So I choose that on occasion. There's also like my Italian does like a beetroot kind of gnocchi with crispy garlic and sage. Mwah. Bellissimo. Smells gorgeous, tastes gorgeous, filling, and all vegetables, no meat, and quite healthy, apart from the fried garlic, which I have to watch. But the rest of it is really great. At home, I do on the cooking side, I do like a slow cooker ratatouille vegetable dish, and it's a really good way of kind of using up all my vegetables. I mean, mainly it's based on I use aubergines and courgettes usually, and red peppers and so on. But actually, a lot of vegetables in there as a general vegetable hot pot really works really well. So I do that a lot, and it's a good way to use up anything I've bought that actually I haven't reused, and it's come sit in the fridge and I don't want to waste. I make a beautiful ratatouille, make a big batch, right? Freeze it, and when I need something quickly, I get it out, microwave, quick, beautiful meal. Or use it, or just warm up in the oven. Equally works really well. So it's perfect. On the cooking side also, there's something about having key staples at home that will help you kind of eat well and not eat takeaway at the time. I call it pantry royalty, right? So I've coined that. So if I see that anywhere, copyright to Mr. Evil, please. So what's pantry royalty? They're just kind of, quick types of food that you should always have with you that you enjoy, that you can, turn out a quick dish really quickly that is tasty, healthy, and is a blocker from you saying, oh, actually reach for the phone or the app and get to the takeaway. So what do I mean? I have, for me, things like chickpeas, because I do a mean chickpeas and coriander burger, right? Nobody touching that. I'm the best at that. So I always have chickpeas, tins of chickpeas in my pantry royalty. I have wild basmati rice because I love rice, but I eat about 60 grams now compared to the 240 grams I used to eat per meal. But I always have wild brown basmati rice in my pantry. Tuna, can never go wrong with cans of tuna. So versatile, can do so many things with it. So I have tuna. I have chili flakes because I'm a spice lover. I love herbs. I buy lots of herbs and I freeze it. That's part of my pantry royalty. Extra virgin olive oil. So anything you enjoy, right? That's healthy. Have it in your pantry royalty. So I have those items I've just kind of shared with you as an example. There are others, but those always in my house. And even when you're broke, those items you can probably afford because they're not very expensive. Peas is a good one, frozen peas, very versatile, very healthy for you, not very expensive. So what's in your pantry royalty? So that's a good tip of something that I do through this journey. I think also in terms of shopping, which is the other third piece they covered, it's about shopping smart, clearly shopping seasonal. So I've been using my local market a lot. So kudos to Leeds Kirkgate Market. If you're in Leeds, go to the Kirkgate Market. The outside market is particularly beautiful for fruit and veg. And they have just lovely bowls and bowls and bowls of food and vegetables, sorry. And it's a pound a bowl, right? You can't go wrong with a pound a bowl. And, because an open market is very seasonal, you get what's in season. But you also get the staples. You get cauliflower, you get aubergine, you get pomegranate, you get lots of fruits, you get grapes, bananas, and they pack into a big bowl for you, and it's a pound a bowl. Onions, tomatoes, carrots, swede, you name it. It's a cheap way of getting good, healthy fruit and veg, which you can take home and use as you wish. So I do that a lot. I shop more at Leeds Kirkgate Market, outside market. So there are other markets. I'm just plugging the market that I use because they're great. So those are the three things that was covered in the last session. What I would say also never forget exercise and movement. That's always part of the equation, whether you like it or not. And I've been doing things a bit differently on that as well through this journey. So what have I been doing? I've been involving family members. So the last walk I did, I had my brother came down from London with my nephew to stay. So Saturday morning, because I don't want to change my program, got them up and dragged them out, and they came with me, and we walked around the park, did a quick sprint and walked back. And my 9-year-old nephew did that with me, and my wife joined as well. So they did what was that, 7K? That's about 4 miles walking. And that was enjoyable. We had lovely family time. We shared stories on the way. It wasn't particularly fast, but that's not the point. We were moving. And, and my 9-year-old nephew to walk 4 miles on a Saturday morning, first thing, was a beautiful thing to see. I'll get that right. Beautiful thing to see. So we did that. I also use an app called Strava. So there are other apps. I'm not sponsored by Strava. I don't get paid by Strava. I'm just telling you what my experiences on this journey. So Strava is an app where you can use it to measure your performance. You can use it to measure your timings, your walkings, your distances. And then you can post that. You can share that with friends and family on that app. And people see what you're doing and they give you comments. They encourage you. They share their own story. It's really motivating. It's a way of kind of involving your wider network and your wider support on your health journey. And I use that app for that. As I said, there are other apps you can use, and I'm not paid by Strava, but I use Strava and it works really well. So I've just shared with you some examples of my journey on those three things that we've covered: cooking, eating out, shopping, and of course, don't forget exercise and movement. You've got to do that. It's just, it's just something you have to do. And the thing about this program is, as I've always said, this is not a diet program. You're not doing this to kind of, to become, Usain Bolt. It's about giving you the chance to prevent diabetes, right? So Do it at your own pace. It's incremental, it's progressive, but take the first step. I would really encourage you to take the first step. Get onto the Diabetes UK website, put a few details in, just your name and some measurements that nobody's watching you. It's just you and the computer. Pump it in, and you get a result in terms of what you need to do, and you can start your journey. I would urge you to do that. Anyway, I've been talking for much longer than I'm required to do. So great doing this video for you. I'll do the final one once we do the final session, and I'll share my final thoughts. But I think you probably know what that's going to be, and that is, it's a beautiful journey. Get onto it, and save yourself from diabetes. I'm enjoying the program. Speak soon. Thank you. Bye bye.